I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home.
Good afternoon. I've had a bit of a slow start to the week, to be honest. I got thrown off by composting toilet overflowing with pee, so yeah, that threw me off a bit. Then I walked into town, got something to eat, come back, sat in front of the fire, which is about the worst idea I've had. I've just had a coffee trying to lighten me up a little bit, but I'm feeling a bit laggy already. What is nice though is being somewhere completely different. I know that doesn't look much different, but just to be in a different setting and to actually have moved a bit, and now the lock's not on my mind that we got through that, I was feeling really good and excited to carry on with the project. So looking forward to this week actually. I'm not sure how much you'll see of Danni. I don't know if she said, but she's working away at the minute in South Wales, so she's doing like 4 days away. Obviously she wants to come over and see the boat and actually help on the boat as much as possible, but we also need money to live, so it's for the greater good really. Today my main priority is finally going to be run this gas pipe. I've got the conduit, just got to move this out of the way and crack on, and hopefully caffeine kicks in. So I hit my first problem, and I was sort of thinking about this before I started running it. I need to get from here down to there to go beneath the bed, so I've got access up there. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But obviously pulling the copper pipe through, you need to pull it this way, but also down and in, and it just doesn't work. Well, especially with just me here. So what I'm going to do is re-drill the holes with a slope so that it's just pulling down, and hopefully that'll ease it rather than going straight across down like that with an angle. I don't know if I make sense, but I know what I'm doing now. Out you get.
Baby, give me some, I'm thirsty. He grinned as he stumbled through the bar.
Right, let's see if I can explain this with any sense. So I'm planning to bring the gas pipe in, well, out through here, under the bench, so it's nice and safe. Now originally it was in behind this, but I'm assuming it was put in before this was fabricated, because we've got no access in behind here except for at that end, which means going in through there and putting your arm around. But you need to fix the gas pipe every 500mm. It'd just be impossible to do. So for safest bet, I think it's going to be underneath this bench, and then in through that into the gas locker. I'm just going to measure the height that I need to come up from. Just had to order the right size drill bit on Click and Collect. I need a 20mm bit, and I've got either 32 or 13, so I ain't got nothing in between. I'm going to pick that up in the morning, and I'll see you bright and early. Morning, had another bit of a full start today. I got over here probably about an hour and a half ago. I've lost it. I picked up the hole saw from Tool Station on my way over, trying to be really prepared. I ordered it last night. Got over here and it didn't fit my arbor, so walked into town to a little hardware shop. They didn't have one, so I drove to Wicks. Luckily they had one. Whilst I was over there, to make it less of a wasted trip, I picked up some pipe ready for the bath wastewater to connect up to the Whale Gulper, so I might try and tackle that today as well. I'm going to drill this hole, put the kettle on, drill this hole. Are you joking? Bent the arbor already? sand along where the pipe's going to run, so when we do come to decorate this, I'm not worried about sanding too close to the pipe. This is a very slow and painful process. Just passing through 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and there's like different angles. Lead me to it. God for that, it's finally through. I was getting so wound up just inching it through, climbing out from under the bed, up onto the deck, pull it through about an inch, back here, push it, next room, pull it a bit. It's just, yeah, really winding me up. So I sat down, had a cup of tea, slice of cake, ready to put some clips on it. I'll show you where it's got to. It's under the bench, goes straight up a little bit, comes through there. I've put, obviously it goes through the conduit, and I've also put some insulation tape around it, and then it comes up here, and then I need to bend it up. It's the gas locker in here. There's already a hole here ready for the bulkhead fitting. I'm still in disbelief that it took me 2 days to run one pipe. Also thought it was worth mentioning that because obviously it's got the conduit on it, I'm going to get some tape which indicates this is gas, and get some tape that indicates that the cables are electric and which ones they are, just for future reference really. Right, so the regs say fixings need to be minimum 500mm apart. Around through 140 and nearly 3 there. If I offset it by 100mm, 100, and then 100. It should be 120. Trying to straighten out the pipe as best I can. It's a bit deceiving because not all of the tongue groove are exactly straight, but they're roughly even off the floor. And then there's going to be a timber trim, comes down. Good morning. Sorry that the past couple of days have been a bit sporadic on the old filming front. That pipe really got to me, trying to pull that through. Today, through this hole, I'm going to plumb in the Whale Gulper, or attempt to. I've got the intelligent control unit which automatically senses when there's water coming through, so as soon as you release the bath plug it should pump it straight out. I've got the twin manifold because I was going to plumb in the bow deck to then run right the way along and out, which I might still do. I don't think I've got enough hose for that today. That could be another task. Basically I just want to get the main pump fitted, ready to go in situ. I'm going to move the bath. I need to get from the trap on the bath, which goes into a compression fitting, use a short piece of this, which then connects to a tiny bit of this. So literally a couple of inches, and then from that I need to reduce down into 25mm hose, which continues on to join up with the manifold. Simple. So after a bit of experimenting, I've actually managed to cut out the need for this pipe, and I've actually fitted the reducer straight in line with a rubber fitting. I'll test to see if it leaks. We still have access to this whilst we're testing it, so but I think that'll work well. So the next challenge is, I don't know if you can see the level of that. So this manifold is you have an inlet here, so this has got to be lower than that because it is gravity fed to start with, which doesn't leave us much room for the pipe that then goes to the pump. 135. 135. Oh, where's the bloody drill? Always underestimate how unflexible this hose is. As if it wasn't complicated enough. Supply this is 25mm inlets, and the pump's 19mm. The hose is too big. What's the point in that then? It's not even an unscrewable mount, it's fixed at 19mm, or whatever the next size down is from 25mm. Oh, it will creep up over the that. I don't know if that's supposed to be. I hate how rigid this pipe is. Cool. Just about creeps up over this part. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not, but that will be watertight with a Jubilee on it. God for that. Pump's got the non-return valve in the outlet, which is good. Go on. Jesus. Don't like bending this pipe, which is going to cause some issues. That's way too high. That's what I'm thinking to do about this. Right, after a bit more research, I think my best bet, because this has to be this way to allow the water to drain off, pretend that's an elbow. That will just about allow me to get down to the level that I need without forming a kink. I haven't got an elbow, but I've got some tees. The elbows are due tomorrow from Amazon, so I can carry on with that tomorrow. Just trying to think what I can do now whilst I'm here. Hate like starting jobs and not finishing them. There's quite a few on the go at the minute. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, if you're wondering why it's so dark, Danni thought it'd be a good idea, while she's in South Wales, to come and climb the highest peak in South Wales.
Penny Fan.
It's about 880 metres or something. We're starting at 400 above sea level, so it shouldn't be too strenuous. But
Yeah.
just wanted to see it for sunrise, really, which would be nice.
I don't know how much of a sunrise we're going to see. It's quite rainy and very cloudy, but we'll see. Hopefully we get a nice view.
We didn't bring any head torches either, and it's pitch black and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't bring any torches. Everyone else has got them.
Jesus. Oh, slippery, isn't it? a bit lighter.
It's not 8 o'clock yet, but that doesn't mean the sun is, but it's just a bit grey.
Made the mistake of not drinking any water before we left the hotel, so my legs just cramped up as soon as we got out of the car, basically. Doing a bit better now.
40 minutes?
Yeah, only another 40-ish. So just about to come along the ridge. Got a bit of wind shelter this side. Wind's really picked up. There's another peak there called Corndoo, which we'll do on the way back.
And there's sheep.
There's sheep.
They don't want a tomato. I wish the sheep would let me pull it.
Calm down again, and they got blown off the ridge. Oh. We're just heading up the second peak, which is Corndoo. Probably pronounced a bit differently than that, but I can sort of see it. Up there.
We are back on the boat now. It's a bit warmer on here than it was at the top of Penny Pan. Although Joe is about to light the fire.
I've got off a bit cold.
I'm not sure what Joe's doing, but today I am going to be focusing on the bedroom, just finishing off the coats. I've sanded half of these in the bedroom. I've sanded the ceiling, and yeah, just do some white paint. And then if I'm not in the way of Joe, then I'm going to paint the ceiling in the bathroom as well. What are you doing?
I've got the elbows for the Whale Gulper, so I'm going to finish off that system for the bath pump out, or whatever it's called. Not quite with it yet. What else am I doing? You wanted me to do something?
Well, I want you to finish the whole boat.
The past couple of days I've been working on the van that Danny despises. I've real battered my hands, so I'm going to put a pair of gloves on. Trying to stop them hurting so much. Or I've scrubbed them so much trying to get the tar off, or whatever it is. Soot from the engine manifold. Ow! Oh, it still hurts. Maybe a bit better. Bye. The elbows I was after come in the post. And now that plus that with tube over. Right, what I'm going to do is chop a little bit off that to give me a little bit more height on the bottom. This is the plan. Use an existing fitting, which a hose will go over. This will connect into it. The hose also going over. Fits in there really well. Hose, tube lead, and then hose to that. I've gotten a habit lately of forgetting to film, but that is connected. Danny's run out of masking tape. Do you want to let them know why you run out of masking tape so soon?
because you didn't buy enough.
Wrong answer.
What's the answer?
But Danni decided to, when she masking taped up to paint the walls, she masking taped, did one coat, peeled the masking tape back. Then when I come over, she asked me to paint. I said,
I wanted to peel it off because I knew I wouldn't get a chance otherwise.
so I had to do it all over again. Whole room.
Not the whole room, it was this. Don't be so dramatic.
But still, you would have had enough to finish, wouldn't you, about that?
Yeah.
Good morning. Sorry we lost you yesterday. We started flagging a bit after the walk, which is unsurprising. We were going to end the week yesterday, but we thought, come over today. We've got another half day, do a bit of painting that we were meant to do yesterday. Before we forget, thank you, Roz.
Thank you so much. This is lovely. Roz, one of our patrons, knitted it for me when I wasn't feeling too good and I was positive for COVID. And it's lovely and I love it and it's nice and warm.
Because Danny's got that, Andrew dropped off some sloe gin, so I'm claiming this. Thank you, mate.
Oh no, that's my favourite.
Homemade. Oh, that's nice.
I've still got my sloe gin that I need to actually like strain.
Maybe give him one back.
The longer you leave it, the better.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Try a bit.
I've just drank.
Go on, try a bit. That's really nice.
That is nice. Thank you, Andrew. All very appreciated. So I'm gonna. Part of the reason why we stopped yesterday is because I ran out of tape, and then we were just like, just wasn't working in our favour. So we've just ran to Proper Job, and I finished taping in here now. So I'm going to focus on these, try and give these 2 coats today if it dries. It is a bit colder up here, and try and paint the ceiling as well because I've sanded all of it now and the dust has settled and stuff. So I need you to help me move this up to do them, but I'll do them last just so this isn't in the way.
Got them out here.
Yeah, could do.
They fill up that corner is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just paint this bit first, and then that might dry, and then I can move it.
Yeah,
across perhaps.
All right.
And I've painted, and this is sanded so I can paint the ceiling as well, and then it's all just a bit fresher.
While Danny does that, after the hassle that we've had with the cooling systems, put me off blocking the batteries back up on the tray in there because they sort of cover the inlets and outlets. And someone's commented saying, wondering why we didn't have them in the cabin. And the more I think about it, I think I'm going to make a shelf. They will fit, I've measured it, in the bottom here because this is where electric cabinet's going as well. To be honest, I'm really surprised at how damp and condensated the engine bay gets. Call me naive, but this is the first time obviously we've had a boat, and it's just still really horrible in there and cold. So I think it's going to be for the best. I'm going to cut a shelf today and then hopefully get that painted. Right, I've cleared out where the batteries go. Next up, cut some wood, screw some wood, cut some ply, paint some ply. So I was going to paint the ply or undercoat it, but this one left it at home then. She was messing up with the corner unit, so I can't. So I'm going to have to take it home and do some homework. A little whoopsie with the orange paint in the storage container because Danny can't put lids back on paint properly either.
It's always my fault, isn't it?
And the paint can ended up in there upside down. So we haven't got any more orange paint. Apart from that.
Well, there was none in the box, none in the
There's
tin.
not a lot in there, no. And on that note, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.